The Very Hungry Caterpillar's First Winter by Eric Carle. There are so many ways to spend a chilly snow day, indoors where it's cozy or outside for some play. Watch icicles form and snowflakes flurry. There's fun to be had outside if you hurry. Bundle up with a coat and a hat to stay warm when the cold wind blows in a frosty snowstorm. Slip and slide, whip across ice that's smooth to the touch. Jump around and splash in a pile of snow slush. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Footsteps go crunch and red cardinals sing. Can you guess what's baking when the oven goes ding? The smell of cinnamon swirls through the air. These treats were baked with love and care. There are warm sugar cookies with sprinkles for munching and sweet hot chocolates for when they need dunking. That snack was tasty, but it's time to go back outside to play in the snow. Snowballs fly and snowmen stand tall. Winter is a season that's so fun for all. The end. Yetis Are the Worst by Alex Willen. Psst, over here. Did you know that we goblins can be quite secretive? We lurk in the shadows, we pop up in unexpected places, and we are masters of disguise. It's me, Gilbert. And yet people seem to be intrigued by one curious creature more than any other. Yetis! How many are these? Yeti plus hair dye equals Bigfoot? Who do they answer to? Is chicken in on it? What isn't he telling me? Do they make snow? Are they made of snow? Now I know what you are going to say. Yetis are so cool and mysterious, etc., etc. But plenty of things are just as mysterious as Yetis. Most mysterious things, like the Tooth Fairy. What does she do with all of those teeth? Gnomes. How do they keep their hats so pointy? Peanut butter and banana sandwiches? Bread plus peanut butter plus bananas equals deliciousness. Why are they so tasty? And of course, goblins. How aren't they so clever? What secrets lie behind those enchanting eyes? How are they always so fashionable? There is no way that Yetis are more mysterious than goblins, and I'm going to prove it. The only reason that people think Yetis are mysterious is because no one has ever seen one. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to find a Yeti and take their picture, thus proving that there is nothing mysterious about these fluffy mountain-dwelling behemoths. Look at that! Mere minutes into my search and I have already spotted a Yeti. And now to capture it on film, proof of the so-called mysterious flash. Strawberry? Okay, so that wasn't a Yeti. Not a problem. There is bound to be one around here somewhere. I just need to go farther up the mountain. Aha! Now that is definitely a Yeti. At long last, everyone will know the truth about an ice-carving bunny. That's fine, I'm not upset. Tired? Sure. Freezing? Absolutely. But I am not leaving this mountain until I've found an actual Yeti! Flash! So that people far and wide will finally know the truth about Flash, the very boring creature that is Flash! A polar bear getting a makeover? A meditating mountain goat? A snowboarding unicorn in a puffy coat? That's it, I give up! Why is it so hard to find one single Yeti on this whole mountain? Just one Yeti! Is that too much to ask? Apparently it is. It is too much to ask. And do you know why? Because Yetis are the worst! 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 Rumble, 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 rumble. Uh-oh. Avalanche! Run for your lives! Oof! Whoa! Oof! Ah! Flash! Like I said, Yetis aren't so mysterious. They are just a little shy until they're not. The end. The Tough Cookie. A Christmas Story by Edward Hemingway. Once upon a time, while Fox was visiting Christmastown in the land of holiday treats, a little cookie, still warm from the bakery oven, burst out the front door and shouted, "I'm a sweet cookie!" Well, hello to you too, and since you brought it up, you do look sweet. Of course I'm sweet and fast. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the sugar cookie man. The fox never could resist a challenge, so he gave chase, shouting back, "You look very sweet. Sweet enough to eat." Just try to eat me. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the sugar cookie man. Hey! Fox was pretty fast. And he loved sweets. But Cookie wasn't sweet at all. And Fox spit him right out. Blech! You taste awful. Huh? How dare you? I'm a sugar cookie. I taste wonderful. Sorry to break it to you, my little friend, but you taste terrible. Plus, I think I just broke my tooth. You are one tough cookie. But I'm sweet. No, you're not. But if I'm not a sweet cookie, then what am I? A slowpoke who tastes terrible? What do I do now? Boo! There, don't cry. Maybe you just need some sweetening up. You think so? It's worth a try. So after a quick trip to the dentist to get his tooth fixed, Fox took Cookie to the Christmastown spa, where the elves dipped him in delicious eggnog, sprinkled him with powdered sugar, and sang him sugary, sweet Christmas carols. Fox gave him a lick, but Cookie still tasted terrible. You said you were a slowpoke. Maybe we should work on your running instead? So Fox signed up Cookie for the Sweet Treat Christmas race that very afternoon, and they headed for the park. But Cookie's stubby legs and his lack of experience made it impossible for him to keep up with the more seasoned runners. And as hard as he tried, run as fast as you can, Cookie, he came in last place. Cookie was exhausted, and he didn't feel so tough. Was he cut for anything? Fox thought so. Every treat in Christmastown should be able to build itself a proper gingerbread house. You can too. I'll help. Okay. So, they found a nice little spot in the gated community of Cookie Cutter and got to work building and decorating. But when they were finished and Cookie went inside his beautiful new home, crash! It didn't exactly hold up. And that's when Cookie crumbled. I'm not sweet, I'm not fast, can't even make a gingerbread house. Everything I do is half-baked. Don't give up, my little Cookie, we'll figure this out. You've just got to hang in there. Why not hang with us? We've been looking forward to meeting you all day. Huh? What do you say? It makes perfect sense, seeing as we're Christmas tree ornaments, and you are too. I am? Of course you are, silly. You're not like other cookies. You're special. Baked with glue and lots of salt. With a little hole in your head for a ribbon. So that's what it's for. I should have guessed. Cookie finally knew what he was made of, and he couldn't have been happier. That afternoon, he hung with care from a branch on the biggest Christmas tree in the center of the park, with the sweetest view in town. Overjoyed, Cookie shouted for all the world to hear, "Look, look, look at me! You can't reach me, I'm an ornament on a tree!" Make some room up there for me, Cookie! Fox could never resist a challenge. The end. How to Catch a Yeti. From the New York Times best-selling team Adam Wallace and Andy Elkerton. Legend has it, there lives a beast we really want to meet. He's extra huge with snow-white fur and giant fuzzy feet. I know the Yeti does exist and I can prove it too. So with my friends we'll find him fast before the day is through. Whoa, look at this giant footprint set in the mountain snow. And there's a trail just up ahead. I wonder where it goes. Is that a Yeti photograph? How did I get there? Hey, that's the beast we're looking for. We must be in his lair. I knew it. He does exist. Our Yeti friend is real. And look just over there. I swear I saw his heel. Can we catch the Yeti? You bet we're going to try. Our crystal snowflakes might have worked, but the Yeti said bye-bye. Syrup? Check. Candy? Check. We'll catch the Yeti, no doubt. Unless the Yeti's hungry. Whoops, he just got out. Quick, he went into that room. We're gonna catch him now. Eep, where'd he go, that tricky dude? He escaped again, but how? Swoosh! We thought that marble sleds and snow will finally do the trick, but Yeti's moves are off the charts. That dude is really slick. This crystal cave is glowing bright. I love the colored lights. Too bad our bubbles didn't work. We forgot about the stalactites. Grab your gear, we got this, guys. Don't forget to aim. We finally have a trap to win this Yeti catching game. I thought for sure that this would work, but the Yeti got away. I've got an idea that just can't lose. One more shot. What do you say? Okay, this is our final chance. We haven't caught him yet. Our Yeti Snatcheroo 3000 will catch him quick, no sweat. Splat! Zzz, zzz, zzz. Our Snatcheroo was just too slow and Yeti is too fast. Even though we missed our friend, today we've had a blast. Thanks for playing, kids, he says. Those traps were so much fun. Please come back and play again. Our friendship's just begun. Come again soon. The end.
The Gingerbread Man. Pictures by Karen Schmidt. Once upon a time there was an old man and an old woman and a little boy. One day the old woman said to the little boy, "I'll bake you a gingerbread man." And she did. The old woman put the gingerbread man into the pan and she put the pan into the oven. "Now watch the oven," said the old woman. And when you can smell the gingerbread, call me. But do not open the oven door. Then the old woman went to work in the garden with the old man. The little boy sat in the kitchen and watched the oven. Soon he could smell the gingerbread. I want to see if the gingerbread man looks as good as he smells, said the little boy, and he opened the oven door. The gingerbread man hopped out of the pan. Whoop! He hopped out of the oven. Whoop! He ran across the kitchen to the open door. The little boy ran to shut the door, but the gingerbread man ran faster. He ran out of the door and down the steps and into the road. Then he called out, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man." The little boy ran after him. The old man and the old woman saw the gingerbread man and they ran too. But the gingerbread man ran faster. Zoop, zoop. And the little boy and the old man and the old woman had to sit down to rest. The gingerbread man ran on. Soon he came to some farmers. "Where are you going?" shouted the farmers. "I have run away from a little boy and an old man and an old woman, and I can run away from you too," said the gingerbread man. "Oh, you can you?" said the farmers, and they dropped their rakes and ran after him. Then the gingerbread man called out, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." The farmers ran fast, but the gingerbread man ran faster, and the farmers had to sit down to rest. The gingerbread man ran on. Soon he came to a bear. "Where are you going?" shouted the bear. "I have run away from the little boy, and an old man, and an old woman, and 3 farmers, and I can run away from you too," said the gingerbread man. "Oh, you can't, can you?" the bear said. And he began to run after the gingerbread man. Then the gingerbread man called out, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." The bear ran fast, but the gingerbread man ran faster, and the bear had to sit down to rest. The gingerbread man ran on, so he came to a wolf. "Where are you going?" shouted the wolf. "I have run away from a little boy, and an old man, and an old woman, and 3 farmers, and a bear, and I can run away from you too," said the gingerbread man. "Oh, you can you?" said the wolf, and he began to run after the gingerbread man. Then the gingerbread man called out, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." The wolf ran fast, but the gingerbread man ran faster, and the wolf had to sit down to rest. Phew! The gingerbread man ran on, so he came to a fox. The fox said, "Where are you going?" "I have run away from a little boy, and an old man, and an old woman, and 3 farmers, and a bear, and a wolf, and I can run away from you too," said the gingerbread man. The fox said, "I can't hear you, gingerbread man. Come a little closer." The gingerbread man stopped running. He came a little closer to the fox. Then he called out, "I have run away from a little boy, and an old man, and an old woman, and 3 farmers, and a bear, and a wolf, and I can run away from you too." "I can't hear you," said the fox. "Come a little closer." The gingerbread man came very close to the fox. Then he shouted, I have run away from a little boy and an old man and an old woman and 3 farmers and a bear and a wolf, and I can run away from you too. Oh, you can you? Said the fox. And snip, snap, he opened his mouth and he closed his mouth. And that was the end of the Gingerbread Man.
There was a cold lady who swallowed some snow, by Lucille Calandro, illustrated by Jared Lee. There was a cold lady who swallowed some snow. I don't know why she swallowed some snow. Perhaps you know. There was a cold lady who swallowed a pipe. She wasn't the type to gulp down a pipe. She swallowed the pipe to warm her 10 toes that tickled and tingled from layers of snow. Tickle, tickle, tingle, tingle. I don't know why she swallowed some snow. Perhaps you know. There was a cold lady who swallowed some coal. Crunch, crunch. What was her goal when she gobbled the coal? She swallowed the coal to keep her pipes glow. She swallowed the pipe to warm her 10 toes that tinkled and tangled from layers of snow. Yummy! I don't know why she swallowed some snow. Perhaps you know. There was a cold lady who swallowed a hat. Imagine that. A black brimmed hat. What's this? Bear selling used hats. She swallowed the hat before she froze. She swallowed the coal to keep her pipes glow. She swallowed the pipe to warm her 10 toes that tickled and tingled from layers of snow. I don't know why she swallowed some snow. Perhaps you know. There was a cold lady who swallowed a stick. A long brown branch. What a pick! Crack, crack. Crunch. She swallowed the stick to push down the snow. She swallowed the hat before she froze. She swallowed the coal to keep her pipes glow. She swallowed the pipe to warm her 10 toes that tickled and tingled from layers of snow. I don't know why she swallowed some snow. Perhaps you know. There was a cold lady who swallowed a scarf. A long, striped scarf. She tried not to barf. She swallowed the scarf because it was so cold. She swallowed the stick to push down the snow. She swallowed the hat before she froze. She swallowed the coal to keep her pipes glow. She swallowed the pipe to warm her 10 toes that tickled and tingled from layers of snow. I don't know why she swallowed some snow. Perhaps you know. Now, this cold lady had quite enough. So she thought, and she thought, and came up with a plan. She hiccuped twice and out popped a snowman! The end.
Sneezy the Snowman by Maureen Wright, illustrated by Stephen Gilpin. Sneezy the Snowman shivered. Brrr, it's cold out here, that's for sure. I need a drink to warm me up. So he drank cocoa from a cup. He said with a smile, I like this a lot. And then right there, believe it or not, he melted from drinking something too hot. The children cried out, what should we do? A voice from the puddle said, make me brand new. They rebuilt Sneezy as snowflakes flew. A cold winter wind swirled and blew. The snowman sneezed a gigantic achoo. I'm sneezing and freezing and shivering too. A little girl said, then let's share. I have something you can wear. Here's my hat to put on your head. You look awesome. The children said. The snowman blinked his coal black eyes. Coal black eyes. ماشي زيتون هذاك. The stocking cap was a nice surprise. But Sneezy the snowman shivered. Brrr, it's cold out here, that's for sure. I'm freezing every minute. I'll find a hot tub and sit right in it. He found one and smiled. I like this a lot. They're right there, believe it or not. He melted from sitting water too hot. The children cried out, what should we do? A voice from the hot tub said, make me brand new. They ribbled Sneezy as snowflakes flew. A cold winter wind swirled and blew. The snowman sneezed a gigantic achoo. I'm sneezing and freezing and shivering too. Little boy said, then let's share. I have something you can wear. Here's my scarf that's red and blue. I think it would look great on you. The snowman blinked his cold black eyes. The colorful scarf was a nice surprise. It went very well with the long pink hat. The children all said, how about that? But Sneezy the snowman shivered. Brrr, it's cold out here, that's for sure. I need to feel some warmth on me. There's a campfire by the tree. He said with a smile, I like this a lot. And they're right there, believe it or not. He melted from standing beside something hot. The children cried out, what should we do? A voice from the puddle said, make me brand new. They ribbled Sneezy as snowflakes flew. A cold winter wind swirled and blew. The snowman sneezed a gigantic achoo. I'm sneezing and freezing and shivering too. A little girl said, then let's share. I have something you can wear. Here's my coat, the perfect fit. I know that you'll look good in it. The snowman blinked his coal black eyes. The bright orange coat was a nice surprise. It went very well with the scarf and hat. The children all said, how about that? But Sneezy said, phew, I'm way too hot. I'll take off all the new clothes I've got. The children yelled, no, that's not the way. Listen to what we have to say. Buy something cold at the ice cream store. Have 2 scoops or 3 or 4. Sneezy ate ice cream. 7 scoops high. Wait, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 7. Accurate. Sneezy ate ice cream 7 scoops high. This is great, the snowman cried. I'm not too cold and I'm not too hot. And I'm wearing clothes I like a lot. Then after eating every bite, he said, at last I feel just right. The end. Please subscribe, like, and share for more.
How to Catch an Elf from the New York Times bestselling team, Adam Wallace and Andy Elkerton. It's Christmas Eve. Hip hip hooray. Yes, Santa's coming round. He's bringing toys to girls and boys in every house in town. Some kids have tried to catch him, but Santa's fast, you see. So they set their eyes on a smaller prize, and now they're after me. I'm not my friend upon a shelf who comes each year and sits. No, I've got style and I've got grace. I'm the elf that never quits. Now Santa's ready, time to go. I'm sure your traps are scary. I'll do my best to dodge them all and leave you feeling merry. In I go to Emma's house to make sure all is clear. A tinsel net? Oh, that's just fun. I won't get caught in here. Jaden's trap cannot be missed. I think it's double-sided. He's got his spot on my naughty list. You bet that's been decided. Another house is filled with treats. These kids are getting smarter. I can't resist the candy canes. My job is getting harder. Santa slowly lowers me into a dangerous room. If I touch down, he won't just frown. There'll be a bomb, bomb, boom. Your Christmas maze is all laid out. My work's no longer cushy. I safely brought you all your gifts, but hey, you zapped my tushy. And now my radar's perking up. This next one's quite a chore. We don't yet know what lies ahead in this family grocery store. We run inside and get caught up in an avalanche of food. You've seen all kinds of trap before, but not to this magnitude. The dinner cannon burps and spits and shoots out ham and gravy, and then it follows with dessert. Please, Santa, will you save me? We tumble down the waterfall above the eggnog river, but Santa and I are an awesome team. Together we deliver. And now it's time for us to leave. Our night is nearly done. You tried your best this Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas, everyone! There was an old lady who swallowed a bell. By Lucille Calandro, illustrated by Jared Lee. There was an old lady who swallowed the bell. How it jingled and jangled and tickled as well. I don't know why she swallowed the bell. I wish she'd tell. There was an old lady who swallowed some boughs. Soft as the snow were those velvety boughs. She swallowed the boughs to tie up the belt that jingled and jangled and tickled as well. I don't know why she swallowed the bell. I wish she'd tell. There was an old lady who swallowed some gifts. It gave her a lift to swallow the gifts. She swallowed the gifts to go with the boughs. She swallowed the boughs to tie up the bell that jingled and jangled and tickled as well. I don't know why she swallowed the bell. I wish she'd tell. There was an old lady who swallowed the sack. It was easy to pack, a very big sack. She swallowed the sack to hold all the gifts. She swallowed the gifts to go with the boughs. She swallowed the boughs to tie up the bell that jingled and jangled and tickled as well. I don't know why she swallowed the bell. I wish she'd tell. There was an old lady who swallowed a sleigh. What a turn it weighed, that shiny red sleigh. She swallowed the sleigh to carry the sack. She swallowed the sack to hold all the gifts. She swallowed the gifts to go with the boughs. She swallowed the boughs to tie up the bell that jingled and jangled and tickles as well. I don't know why she swallowed the bell. I wish she'd tell. There was an old lady who swallowed some reindeer. They were in full flight gear, those soaring reindeer. She swallowed the reindeer to steer the sleigh. She swallowed the sleigh to carry the sack. She swallowed the sack to hold all the gifts. She swallowed the gifts to go with the boughs. She swallowed the boughs to tie up the bell that jingled and jangled and tickled as well. I don't know why she swallowed the bell. I wish she'd tell. Then the old lady needed a treat. She thought a candy cane would be very sweet, but when she heard the jolly ho ho ho, she knew it was time for her to go. So she whistled loudly, and soon by her side was Santa Claus waiting for a ride. Happy holidays to all! If You Take a Mouse to the Movies by Laura Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. If you take a mouse to the movies, he'll ask you for some popcorn. When you give him the popcorn, he'll want to string it all together. Then he'll want to hang it on a Christmas tree. You'll have to buy him one. On the way home, he'll see a snowman in your neighbor's yard. He'll want to make one of his own. Then he'll need a carrot for a nose. When he's all finished, he'll decide to build a fort. He'll ask you to help him. Then he'll want to make some snowballs and have a snowball fight. Playing outside will make him cold. He'll want to go inside and curl up on the couch. He'll ask you for a blanket. Once he's nice and cozy, he'll want to listen to Christmas carols. You'll have to find some on the radio. He'll probably sing along. The carols will remind him of his Christmas tree. So, he'll want to make ornaments. You'll get him some paper and glue. He'll ask you for glitter. When the ornaments are done, he'll hang them all up. Then he'll stand back to look at the tree. He'll notice his popcorn string is missing. So he'll want to make another one. He'll ask you for some popcorn, and chances are, when you give him the popcorn, he'll want you to take him to the movies. The end. How to Catch Santa Claus from the New York Times best-selling series by Alice Walstead and Andy Elkerton. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house the children have set traps and not for a mouse. This makes sense to me. Yes, I understand why. I'm a holiday legend with reindeer that fly. As much as I want to stay for a while, I have stops around the world tonight. I love to talk to each child there is, but these toys need homes by daylight. You're all so smart and clever, and the traps do look like fun, but I can't get too distracted. There's a lot of work to be done. I love Christmas flowers. They grow at the North Pole, but I don't need to take these. It's time for me to roll. The tree looks so festive and cozy in this nook. The room is all decked out, but an odd place to put a book. Hope the presents bring joy. I've added gifts to each list because surprises are important. I call it my gift checklist twist. I bet no one knows about the magic key that I don't show. I can walk from house to house to come in and then to go. The trap fooled the reindeer and elf you don't get to smear. Other plots sure snagged you. I hope kids don't know this works. You've got to keep moving, but that will pause for a snack. Can't sit into the chair though. There's a toy sack to unpack. Those cookies were good, and those traps did I spy. Time to call the sleigh team. We're almost ready to fly. Oh my, this is impressive. It must have taken hours, but if I'm being honest, I prefer the trap of flowers. There's one thing that's true. These toys go under the tree. I just can't see how to do that, so I'm sending you and not me. How did we get out, you asked? It looked like we were done for. Santa's magic is very real, and I cannot reveal more. I've loved this visit, but I'm done here tonight. I'll be back next year. Time to fly out of sight. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. The end. How to Catch a Reindeer from the New York Times best-selling series, Alice Walstead and Andy Elkerton. It's Christmas Eve. That's right, Santa's back. He's here with the whole reindeer team. There are presents and stockings and candy canes and Christmas trees all agleam. You might have sung my name before. The tune starts with Dasher and Dancer. Next in the song are Prancer and Vixen. But who's next? Do you know the answer? Bingo! That's right, I'm Comet herself. I've been with the team from the start. Christmas is my most favorite thing. Each Christmas Eve fills my heart. Now, I've already seen the shelf with the elf and that blue truck loaded with trees. I've even seen a green Santa so mean. Tonight, I'll explore as I please. I've heard that some kids are setting up traps to catch an elf or maybe Santa Claus. If you think offering some carrots will work, I promise I won't even pause. I'll admit that this trap looks interesting. It has lights and style and flair. The thing is though, I'm not hungry enough. There's no way I'm going in there. Christmas decorations are awesome and bright. Those candy canes twinkle and glow. Though a maze looks like fun, I'll think that'll pass and I'll romp and play in the snow. Why would I need night vision goggles? My eyes do not need that support. I think I'll stick with a snowball fight. That last toss made Blitzen snort. When did all those new reindeer get here? I am surprised, but I must be brave. Is that Santa sitting in a sleigh on the ground? That is weird, and why won't he wave? I'm chatting away, but it seems they're not listening. It's like they don't know that it's me. Oh, wait, I get it, they're just plastic. I'm embarrassed, and hope Prancer didn't see. What in the holly jolly is that? Those huge ornaments started moving. They're rolling and rocking and bouncing around. I could run, but I want to start grooving. Whoa! This is fun and better than a run. Spin left, swing right. I'm dancing on air and the tree with lights to go rocking around. Vixen, let's dance as a reindeer pair. Hey friends, come over. It's for Reindeer Gran. Now let's say Merry Christmas and flash a smile. This was a great stop, but a few million ago, Christmas Eve must continue with style. Back to the roof, Santa's back in the sleigh. We shouldn't keep the big guy waiting. In the blink of an eye, we'll take off in the sky. On now, Santa calls. No hesitating. I had the most fun ever. To be clear, I'll see you again. Let's do this next year. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. True facts about reindeer. Reindeer have night vision. They live in the tundra where they have friends like the Arctic bunny. Reindeer love to eat moss and lichens, a type of plant that grows on trees and rocks. Santa's reindeer can fly, but all reindeer can run up to 50 miles per hour. The end. Squirrel's New Year's Resolution by Pat Miller. Illustrated by Kathy Ember. Squirrel pinned up her brand new Knot of the Month calendar. It's January 1st, the radio said. A great day to make a resolution. Make a resolution? Wondered Squirrel. How do you do that? Bear might know. She went to see Bear at the Lone Wood Library. Happy New Year, he said. Same to you, Bear. Do you know how to make a resolution? It is like making a snack. Bear laughed. Resolutions are more important than snacks. More important than snacks? Said Squirrel. What is a resolution? A resolution is a promise you make to yourself to be better or to help others, Bear said. When we begin a new year, we make a fresh start. Wow! Did you make a resolution? Asked Squirrel. I did, Bear answered. I resolved to teach others how to read. I'm going to teach Skunk as soon as she gets well. Oh no, Skunk is still sick, Squirrel thought as she hurried to Skunk's house for a visit. She forgot all about making a resolution. Skunk was sick of being sick. I'm stuck in bed until Dr. Owl says I'm better, said Skunk. I would rather be learning to read. That's my New Year's resolution. Squirrel knew how to cheer up her friend. She hid at the front of the bed. She popped up and shouted, "Boo!" Skunk giggled. Hide and skunk was her favorite game. Squirrel popped up again. "Boo!" And again, "Boo!" By now, Skunk was laughing hard. Just then, Dr. Owl came by. "Skunk, I can tell by your laughter that you are feeling much better," he said. "Now you can visit Bear. Just make sure you have a healthy lunch first." Lunch, thought Squirrel. She headed toward the hidey-hole diner. Maybe someone there can help me with my resolution. On her way, she met Mole and Turtle. Mole was holding a map close to his nose. "What are you doing?" asked Squirrel. "Turtle and I resolved to plant a garden," said Mole. "But I can't find a good place to dig with all those trees." "Wait here," said Squirrel. She dashed up an oak tree and looked down. She spied Wildcat Creek and on its bank a perfect place for a garden. Squirrel scampered down and led Mole and Turtle through the woods to the edge of the creek. She helped them stake out string for the borders of the garden. "Thanks, Squirrel. I'll start digging right after lunch," said Mole. "Lunch," thought Squirrel, and she rushed away. She still hadn't thought of a resolution. At the diner, Squirrel chose a stool next to Porcupine. He looked grumpy. "What's wrong?" asked Squirrel. "I resolved to be less grumpy, so I'm trying to laugh more, but I can't think of anything funny." "I can help you think of something funny. Like, why did the squirrel run back and forth across the road?" "I know why," asked Porcupine. "Because she was nuts!" laughed Squirrel. Porcupine laughed too. "I get it! That reminds me! What's short and bouncy?" "Tell me," giggled Squirrel. "Skunk on a trampoline!" said Porcupine. Squirrel laughed herself right off the stool. Porcupine said, "That's a good one. I better write these down." Off he went to find paper and pencil. Squirrel felt left out. Porcupine has a resolution, so do Bear and Skunk and Mole and Turtle. She thought, "I'm the only animal in the forest who hasn't made a New Year's resolution." Rabbit came to take Squirrel's order. "Would you like to try my New Year's special?" asked Rabbit. "Sure," said Squirrel. "Maybe it will help me make a resolution." "I wish I knew how." "Think of a way to improve yourself, or a way to use what you're good at to help others," said Rabbit. Squirrel ate her lunch special and thought hard. Just then, Skunk came in. "I need a healthy lunch. Thanks to Squirrel, I'm feeling better." "Sit with me, Skunk," Bear called. "I see you brought our first book." Turtle and Mole came in next. "What do you have for two thirsty animals who just started the garden?" Turtle and Mole came in next. "What do you have for two thirsty animals who just started a garden?" said Mole. "Squirrel found a terrific place for it," said Turtle. Porcupine hurried in. "Do you know why Bear said cool, cool?" Before anyone could answer, Porcupine said, "He was learning another language." All the animals laughed. "I didn't know you were so funny," said Mole. "Me either," said Porcupine. "Squirrel got me started." Rabbit said to Squirrel, "You're doing a good job on your resolution." "I didn't know I had one," said Squirrel. "Your actions are better than words. It looks like you resolved to help someone every day," said Rabbit. "Really?" asked Squirrel. "I did it! I made my very first resolution! Hooray for Squirrel!" shouted all the animals. It was going to be a very happy new year. I resolved to help someone every day. The end. The Night Before New Year's by Natasha Wing. illustrated by Amy Wummer. 'Twas the last day of December, what we call New Year's Eve. A whole year had flown by. It was hard to believe. We were pretty excited. Our puppy was Chew. We cheered, "Out with the old and in with the new!" "Oh, please," I begged. "Can we stay up till midnight?" For this one special evening, my parents told us, "All right." So we drove to the stores to buy party supplies, hats, horns, and poppers, and sparkly bow ties. At home, we put up all the streamers and balloons, silver, glitter, and gold stars to twinkle up our rooms. A banner was hung by the ceiling with care, its hopes that baby New Year soon would be there. We gathered for dinner, a grand late-night feast. All our family favorites. I ate 3 cupcakes, at least. With a clink of our glasses, we all gave a toast. Making New Year's resolutions, my dad had the most. But I couldn't come up with one single vow. "That's okay," said Mom. "You don't have to right now." After dinner was done, we played checkers and charades. Then broke out the cards for a long game of spades. We shared fond memories. Oh, there were dozens. Holidays, camping trips, and new baby cousins. Our eyelids were droopy, so we ducked out for fresh air. Then came in to watch the crowd lining Times Square. "One more hour," said Dad, "till the new year is here." "Put on your hats," said Mom. "Let's practice our cheer." Counting down from 10 without a single mistake. We tooted horns and poppers. I was now wide awake. My brother chased our puppy all through the house. Then Mom and Dad noticed it was as quiet as a mouse. There was no sound of barking, no little boy chatter, so we sprang from the couch to see what was the matter. When what to our wondering eyes should appear but 2 party poopers. Make that 3 now. Oh dear. While our puppy curled up on my father's lap, my brother and I went upstairs for a 5-minute nap. We both soon were nestled all snug in our beds, while visions of fireworks danced in our heads. The next thing I knew, it was sunny and bright. Rats! We missed ringing in the new year last night. But that's when I came up with my resolution, I believe. I absolutely will stay up for next New Year's Eve. The end.
Dream Snow by Eric Carle. On a small farm, there lived a farmer. He had only a few animals. He could count them on the fingers of one hand. So, the farmer named his animals 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. By the end of the barn stood a small tree. The farmer named it Tree. "Hello, Tree," he would say when he passed it. The farmer took good care of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Every day he fed them and cleaned their stalls. In the evening, when his farm work was done, he went to his house. Then he sat in his favorite chair, drank a cup of hot peppermint tea, and ate a slice of bread with honey on it. One night as he sat there, the farmer felt very cozy and a bit tired. "Heavens," he said, yawning. "It's almost Christmas, and it hasn't snowed yet." With that, he fell asleep. Soon he dreamed of falling snowflakes. They gently covered him with a white blanket. The snowflakes gently covered one with a white blanket. Oi! Ghost. The snowflakes gently covered two with a white blanket. Rectangle ghost figure. The snowflakes gently covered three with a white blanket. Ooh, ghost. That's a real ghost. The snowflakes gently covered four with a white blanket. Boo, boo. Ghosts. The snowflakes gently covered five with a white blanket. The farmer woke up from his dream, looked out of his window and saw snow. It was not dream snow, it was real snow. It had snowed while he had napped. Now the snow clouds had moved away. The moon and stars sparkled in the wintry night sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 were safe and fast asleep. Oh my, cried the farmer. I almost forgot. Quickly, he put on his warm coat, his warm boots, his warm hat, and his warm gloves. He grabbed a box, slung a sack over his shoulder, and dashed outside. Running past 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, the farmer shouted, I almost forgot! Waking up the animals, they looked and wondered what the farmer was up to now. They watched as he unpacked the box and emptied the sack. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 watched as he decorated a tree. Then he shouted, Merry Christmas to all! A gift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The end. Kids, if you liked the video, please subscribe, like, and share for more. Merry Christmas!
How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve hating the Whos, staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath. And they're hanging their stockings. He snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas! It's practically here! Then he growled, with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming, I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming! For tomorrow, he knew, all the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early. They'd rush for their toys. And then, oh, the noise. Oh, the noise. That's one thing he hated. The noise. Then the Whos, young and old, would sit down to a feast. And they'd feast. And they'd feast. And they'd feast. They would feast on Who pudding and rare Who roast beast, which was something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least. And then they do something he liked least of all. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They stand hand in hand, and the Who's would start singing. They'd sing and they'd sing and they sing, 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 sing. And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years I've put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming! But how? Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do. The Grinch laughed in his throat. And he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. And he chuckled and clucked. What a great Grinchy trick! With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around. But since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No, the Grinch simply said. If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he called his dog Max. Then he took some red thread and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, "Get up!" And the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark. Quiet snow filled the air. All the Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little house on the square, this is stop number 1, the old Grinchy Claus hissed, and he climbed to the roof, empty bag in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney. Whoop! A rather tight pinch, but if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once, for a moment or two, then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where the little Who stockings all hung in a row. These stockings, he grinned, are the first things to go. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present. Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn and plums. And he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimney. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beast. He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took their last can of Who hash. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. And now, grinned the Grinch, I will stuff up the tree. And the Grinch grabbed the tree and he started to shove, when he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast and he saw a small Who, little Cindy Lou who was not more than 2. The Grinch had been called by this tiny Who daughter, who got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, "Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?" But you know, that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie and he thought it up quick. "Why, my sweet little tot," the fake Santa Claus lied, "there's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, then I'll bring it back here." And this fib fooled the child. Then he patted her head, and he got her a drink, and he sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up. Then the last thing he took was a log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney, himself the old liar. On their walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire, and the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. Then he did the same thing to the other whose houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other whose mouses. It was 1/4 dawn, and the who's still abed, all the who's still a-snooze, when he packed up his sled, packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it. Pooh-pooh to the who's, he was Grinchly humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up, I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the who's down in Whoville will all cry boo-hoo. That's a noise, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must hear. So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. What's happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day, and the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast, and he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. The end.